What up, Cowboys Nation? This is the instant reaction to the Cowboys and the Vikings. Ugly ass game for the Cowboys, but at the end of the day, you got to win the ugly ones too. That's a sign of a great team. 11 in a row. People can complain about the last play all they want, but at the end of the day, on the first drive, Dak got hit in the face mask too, and it wasn't called either. So I view that as consistency on the refs. Like I said, Gavin Escobar turned his ugly head in this game, and like I said, Jeff Swaim is going to be a miss for this defense. Gavin Escobar is not as adept in blocking as Jeff Swaim is, and it looked bad today. Thankfully, we don't have to play defenses, of this caliber every week. But in the playoffs, when it comes to matter, he needs to pick up that a little bit. But again, defense did a great job. Bemba don't break until the end. I mean, Dak kind of put him in a bad position there, sliding early, and the fumble, the snap count was off all night with the noise and everything like that. So I thought they handled everything, decently, not perfectly. I'm not saying they did, everything perfectly, but at the end of the day, they did enough to get the win, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Dak, great game, not statistically, but he made plays when he had to make plays with his legs, and that's something Romo can't do. This offensive line did a great job blocking for the most part. I thought a lot of the holding calls were a little bit ticky-tack, but I mean, we're going to go ahead and stick with the consistency thing that, they were calling them. So, you got to clean that up a little bit on the O-line. Zeke had a great game. I felt it was unfortunate for that holding call. He would have had over 100 yards, but at the end of the day, he had a good day rushing the box, grind out those ugly yards. I saw in the beginning of the second half, it was 2 yard gainers were turning into 5 and 6 yard gainers, but we didn't keep the ball enough in order to keep that going. So that was unfortunate. But he had that big breakaway to keep his average up. But I think he fell way off pace for the Dickerson record. But I'm proud of this defense. I'm proud of what they did. Held them to 3 field goals. At the end of the night, we're not an elite defense by any stretch of the imagination, especially when we're hurt. So it's nice to see, this defense step up and play with the likes of, their defense. Even though their offense is very, 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 very inept, it felt good to see the pass rush going, but I know their offensive line is struggling, so I'm not going to hold my hat too much on that. But at the end of the day, like I said, a great win for this Cowboys defense. They imposed their will. They did what they needed to do again, and that's 11 straight. I don't care how you do it. I don't care, what ways you find to do it. You win 11 straight, you're for real. I'm not going to say, this team is going to win the Super Bowl or anything like that, but this team is ready to make that jump. I think this team is Super Bowl ready in the way that they handle any situation that comes their way. I think they have the offense to do it. I think the defense makes enough plays when they're healthy. I really feel like they have all the tools needed to go and win the big game. Now, will they? I'm not saying they're going to, or it's a guarantee Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl, but I think they're doing a really good job at the things that they do well. Like I said, 3 games in 12 days, so that's great. 3-0, and we get a little rest on mini bye, get healthy, get back to the basics, get back to practicing normally. I think we have a home game coming up, so it's a big deal for us. So I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this offense. I'm proud of this defense, and I'm proud of this team. And go Cowboys!